Excellent, excellent. I just started. Check this out. Like that's my Star Wars shirt.
It's
Actually,
awesome.
it says gear baby. I mean, a gear shift. I think I can't remember what the thing says because it's like in an alien language.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's what it says. It's in an alien language. Okay.
Yeah. So
What alien language is it?
I want to say
You don't even know. You bought the
the
shirt.
Nova Core, right? I can't remember what they call now. That planet they saved, where the Nova Core was.
Okay.
You can't
Nah,
remember the planet now.
I don't remember the name of the planet. I didn't. Does it have a name?
I want to say yes.
Yeah, it does. It has a name. I don't remember what it was
Yeah,
called.
see, I don't know what it's called now
I don't
because
remember what it's called.
they never really talk about it in the second one, right? And it's funny you said mentioned this shirt on Iron Man 3. I was getting that Iron Man Bruce Lee shirt that Tony Stark wore, like Bruce Lee as a
Oh
DJ.
yes, I know which one. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I wanted that shirt too.
So that shirt was expensive. Okay, I it didn't come in on time, so I returned it.
Oh, okay.
That shirt was more expensive than this one, and this is a long sleeve shirt,
Yeah, I noticed.
and it has
Now
that
you
like
see
the
the.
V neck, and it has
Yeah,
those
you just,
lines
you just need a helmet.
exactly.
You just need a helmet now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did the
in
helmet,
a spaceship.
the Milano. Actually, no, it's not.
Uh,
The Milano's gone because they gave him a
well,
new
in
one.
this movie, the Milano is destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed.
But hey, the we see the Milano for at least half the movie,
Yes.
and
So
then eventually they get a new ship.
I want to say for a sequel, right? This was a really good sequel because the thing about
This is
sequels like
X.
it's never
Yeah,
it's never as
this
good
is
as
an
the first
excellent
one.
sequel.
It's
Yeah,
excellent.
I don't know. All the MCU sequels are always getting better and better, but their
Ooh.
movies are getting better and better too.
Yes, it carry on the story. It's not really a sequel now if you think about it, right? It
Yeah, it's
just
just a
label.
story. Because this movie can be a standalone. Well, you need to see the first Guardians, but you don't have to watch anything else in the MCU
No, you don't because like
to enjoy any of the Guardian movies.
right, yeah, to enjoy any of the Guardians movies, yes, you don't need to watch anything else. There's nothing from the other superheroes that really tie into this one.
Yes, exactly. Well, because they're so far from Earth, and I mean, Star Lord doesn't keep up with what's going on Earth. He doesn't care.
No, the only thing he keeps up is pop culture references.
Yeah, and most of that still is from when he left.
Yes, when he left. Yep, I love
I
that.
mean, of course, yeah, I mean, if you really want to dig into it, he has to be keeping up with something because there are a few things that would have happened after he left on Earth. But
Like what? He left
yeah,
in '87, right?
can't remember what year he left in, but he left in the '80s.
Yes, well, almost mid to late '80s. '87,
So
'88.
I can't think of it top of my head, but I know there was a reference. It happened after on Earth after he left.
Was it
So
Knight
I'm
Rider?
all,
When did
now
Knight
Knight
Rider
Rider is in
happen?
the early '80s. Man, come
Oh,
on.
okay. I seen
You
Knight
like?
Rider,
Oh, I love Knight
but I
Rider.
think it's when I watch it wasn't brand new, right? It's like syndication. Yeah.
Oh, probably so. Well, when I watch it was when it was coming out nightly. Nightly, I had to jump when you hear that Knight Rider sound. You got to run in front of the TV.
The robot car. Help
It
people.
wasn't a robot car. It was just a talking car. I mean, all right, it was a robot car. Night Industries 2000. Come on.
Oh
How
gosh.
could you not? I mean, they didn't. I mean, come on. The shows I watched them recently. They're funnier for different reasons because I'm older now.
Yeah.
The Cars actually makes fun of Michael Knight the whole show, but
Oh, he does, right?
yeah, you kind of get. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's a smart mouth car, but
Oh, that's funny.
it's
Yeah,
better than
you're
the
right.
cars that used to pay you to fasten your seatbelt. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The Japanese cars go, oh, fasten your seatbelt. You need to fasten your seatbelt.
So we know from the last time we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, we didn't um what do I want to say? It was really unexpected, right? And then now like the expectation was so high even for volume 2.
I guess I didn't really have any expectations, really. I mean, I liked the first one, and then I just went in the second one and just watched it.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember trying to decide what's going to happen in this one or not. I mean, by this time I was like, "Hey, they got this." Well, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I remember going. I went to the theater and saw it. I mean, I wanted to see it when it came out, but I don't remember thinking, "Oh, this could be worse or this could be better."
No, right? I
I mean,
just
I just because it's so different. It is so different
it was very
from
enjoyable. I
everything.
didn't. Yeah, you're right. When I went into the theater, I went with my wife. So let me tell you something. I went with my wife, right? And And by this time, a lot more people were getting interested. So what I noticed in the theater was like a lot of teenage girls. Okay, so I went to my wife. I said, "Hey, do you think these girls are here just to see Chris Pratt?" And she looks around
No,
like,
Rocket.
"Well, the teenage girls are here to see Chris Pratt, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think so." So I tell her like, "Then we're all here to see the same thing."
That's the difference between you and me. I wanted to see Rocket, dude.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah,
And well,
congrats.
Yandu, because Yandu was featured so
Uh,
much in the trailer.
he's not as sexy as Rocket.
Oh, if you put it that way, no, I have a huge man crush on Chris Pratt. So
I
I
don't
think I said
know.
that last time.
But you have a huge man crush on a lot of guys throughout time.
Let's see. It's Chris Evans
Christian
and Chris
Bale,
Pratt,
Christian
Christian Bale,
Bell.
Brad Pitt.
Uh,
Oh,
oh,
that's
Brad Pitt. I don't remember. I must have. That was after I met you. Oh yeah, because you met
dude.
me. That's
I,
why you met me. You're like, huh? I'm gonna meet somebody like Brad Pitt. Oh, they're shooting. Look at that. I'm gonna be friends with this dude.
nice. I didn't connect that, but nice. that
Well,
was
it's
very
like
good.
twins. I mean, come on. If Danny
I
DeVito and
get you,
could be twin brothers, and so can I.
dude. Do you remember? Shoot, I can't remember who it was now. Some people say you look like Toby from The Office. Oh,
Well,
Jim
thanks.
Gaffigan,
Yeah, I know. I know. I always thought I looked like a.
a skinnier
Before
version of Jim
the hair
Gaffigan.
started falling out, I looked like Matt Damon. So that was way back in the day.
Yes. Oh goodness. So since Star Lord, they never really call him Star Lord in this movie. It's really just Peter.
Yeah,
No one ever
they really
uses
don't.
code name.
That's the thing. Most of these characters in this movie, they're not referred to as their other names. I mean, even the Ravagers,
Oh,
because we see the Ravagers, we see the Guardians of the Guardians of the Galaxy that I grew up, or the comic books that I got
right.
later on. Stallone's,
Oh yes.
they don't ever call him Starhawk.
They don't, right?
No, or Charlie 27. We see him at the end. Big Rames.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I in the comic books that I read.
So do you think they brought that, like those like Michelle Yeoh, like I noticed
Yeah,
one of the
she's the
Ravengers.
wife.
He was
She is
using
her
the
character. Yeah, her character is the wife to Stallone's.
oh, because they brought that. Like I want to make because it doesn't matter. We're talking about the movie, right? This movie has the most credit scenes within.
It's got the most credit scenes. It's got the most characters too.
It does, but then I'm
I mean,
thinking,
we might as well just ruin the end. I mean, Adam Warlock was probably supposed to be part of this movie too, but
good.
too
I
many
want to start off
characters.
with that because
Too many characters.
too many characters. Okay, so the end credit scene is like,
No,
the creation of Adam.
I mean, I'm not griping about the characters. It sounds like we're griping,
Oh
but
no no
no,
no
we're not
no.
griping. They just had a lot of characters, and they decided to save some for the third movie.
Oh, you
Good
think Adam is
idea.
coming in the third movie?
Yes, he has to. He has to. I mean, Adam Warlock is part of the Sovereign story.
Right.
What's her name? Alicia or
Yeah
Alicia?
yeah yeah yeah. Alicia, I think.
She was also referred to the her as her in the comic books,
Oh,
and Adam Warlock is referred as to him.
him. So what do you
So
think the
there's
So what would because when I saw the creation of Adam, right, I thought that was the one that was going to defeat Thanos on the first
yeah. I mean, that's because
wave.
that's the way we know it. But I mean, everything's changed,
Everything's
constantly
changed.
changing.
Well, I mean, the way
All
they
the
did it was great.
characters have changed. I mean, come on, because Star Lord's dad is not Ego in the comic
Yes,
books,
it's not. They
but he
tie
is
it
in
really
this.
well though.
Oh, it was really awesome because I knew who Ego was when
Kurt
Kurt
Russell's.
Russell introduces himself as Ego. I'm like,
Oh,
no, because Ego's a planet, man.
well, it was. It's just that Kurt
Well, it
Russell's the
is, but he
representation.
explains it.
Yeah, they explained it. They did it
Explains it
really
well. No,
well.
and he even shows the Ego that we've seen in the comic book movies.
Yes, they
The
do.
planet with the giant face on it.
It
Oh, it's
looks
amazing.
it
It
looks
looks just
so
like in the
great.
comic
Yes,
books.
that's what I
Oh, it
was
looks
saying. It
just
looks
like a
just like
comic.
in the comic books. The ego. And they have the
Yeah.
Watchers with Stan Lee. Stan
Yeah,
Lee's
it's got the
cameo.
Watchers. What's it? U2? Is it U2? Is the guy that watches Earth?
Yes,
Which I guess we'll see him because there's going to be the series What If?
yes. The What
The
If's
Watcher
coming this
tells
summer.
the Watcher's the one that tells the What If story.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is funny because if you watch what is it? Scarlet Witch in June.
Yeah.
I think his name is mentioned.
Really?
One of the Watchers, yeah, as a cereal that her kids are eating.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
A lot of people, I don't bet you didn't catch it. Because she says
Oh,
something, they're eating a cereal with the little deals, and she says his name.
oh,
So apparently,
God.
if she knows his name, then she's very powerful.
Okay. So I want to know, since we talking about the watching Stan Lee, right? Did you think that Stan Lee was talking about his cameo in Civil War? Because he
He's
said one
talking about
time,
all his.
yeah, he
He's
was talking
talking about
about.
all his cameos.
That's why I
But here's
figured.
the He's talking about all his cameos. He could be talking about all his cameos that he's ever made in any Marvel movies that don't even
Ah,
exist in the MCU universe.
I thought that was way funny. It just have him in the watches.
Yeah, well, since he's supposed to be a super powerful being now
Yes.
that must lose his mind every time he comes back to Earth,
When you say there were so many characters, right? I think a lot of
he's been a
characters have a
postal
lot of
character twice.
the what?
He's been a postal character twice, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, he worked for FedEx once.
Yes.
Tony Stank is a FedEx. Was it
Tony Stank is
FedEx?
there.
But the mailman is in the Fantastic Four.
Oh, he did. Did he mention that?
He was talking about the mailman, wasn't he?
No, he was talking about like one
Postal
time he
carrier.
was a FedEx guy. He actually said FedEx guy in
Oh,
the
did he
middle of
say
the movie
FedEx?
when they were
Oh,
doing
okay,
the
I didn't remember.
jumps.
I didn't know he said FedEx.
Yeah.
Well, I know, remember the jumps. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it's filmed by, and he's supposed to have filmed all his stuff for several movies during this time. Even he did Doctor Strange.
Oh, Willie, that's
Yes,
the scene in the
because
bus.
Gunn, yeah, because Gunn filmed it,
Oh, that's
and then they put it in all the stuff. He filmed like three of them, I think.
wow. You actually knew which ones they filmed. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even
I know
go
two
deep.
of them, so
Well,
I don't
two of
remember
them
the.
is more
Well, because most
than
of the
what I
crew
got.
for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the original Guardians of the Galaxy, a lot of that crew joined the because they make a lot of these movies at the same time.
Yeah.
That way they can borrow characters too. But the thing is, they're filming at the same time, so most of the crew that Gunn had for the first film was filming Doctor Strange, so he didn't get to use them. He had to get another crew to film the second movie.
Really?
Yeah, so they changed up crews.
Huh.
But I mean, it didn't hurt him because it was still amazing. And I mean, we already saw Doctor Strange, which is awesome.
Which is awesome. I was talking about like compared to Doctor Strange, this one did have a lot of characters, right? And even some of the characters, like the would you call Sean Gunn's the first mate, the first officer,
I don't know. They never really actually put his position in because I
Krillin,
almost
right?
think, yeah, it's Kirkland.
Kirkland, yeah.
But I mean, the first officer I actually think was the older man that stood up for the captain.
Oh, okay, that older guy,
I
yeah, with
really
the
think
hair.
he was because he act like, yeah. I remember it seemed like if we watched the first movie, it seemed like Kirk. I mean, if I hope
That's right. Yeah.
he seemed like a first officer, but in this one, the other guy that kept standing up seems more like a first officer.
Yes, the one that's back him up immediately, back Yandu up
backs him up
immediately.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he's
watch what you say
very
about the
loyal.
captain, yeah.
Yeah, very loyal. So
I
yeah,
think
I'd
that
say
was the
he
last one they killed too, when the
Yeah, he was
Ravengers.
the last one they killed
Yeah, that was the first officer. Yeah, you're right.
when they threw him out in space.
Yeah,
I mean, I always wondered what it would look like to throw somebody out of an airlock. And
they
that's what it
kind of
was.
showed that in the first one when Starlo was turning that whatever
Yeah, they show
skin.
the crystallization.
Yeah, the
because it's ice
crystallization.
cold,
Yeah,
because it's so cold in space.
yeah. I thought they did a really good job. Like, oh, that's because I got used to
Yeah,
the first
I,
one.
I like it because I don't want their eyes popping out like Arnold Schwarzenegger on Mars. That still doesn't make
What
any
do we
sense
call-
to me.
When they were like, like
Yeah,
breathing
no,
the
I'm
ice.
like-
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm like, come on, hurry up. Just die already.
Just- Yeah, you're right. Like compared to this, they just freeze and they just
I mean,
die.
I don't know which one's true, but I'm thinking that the Star-Lord one, I meant the Guardians of the Galaxy space
It's
death
closer.
scene, makes more sense. I
So
mean,
it's
come on.
so it's basically a question for Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, hey, what would really happen? The total recall Ono or
I'm
Star?
thinking I'm probably anybody on the space station or has been in a space shuttle or has gone to space. Any of those guys probably can answer that question.
Yeah. Like, dude, you
I
don't want to
I
go
think
outside
I
without
don't
this
think we
on.
have to go to. I don't think we have to go to Tyson. I mean, he's got other things to ponder than tell you something stupid like.
But
what
I would like
happened
to go
in
talk to him
space.
anyway. Okay. Where are you gonna find an
Yeah.
astronaut?
Huh?
How are you gonna find an astronaut? I don't even know where they live.
There's more astronauts though.
There's probably a lot of astronauts in Texas, huh? Because we have a NASA,
Yeah.
we have a space station.
Florida or Texas. I mean, we'd have to go to Houston. I don't know. I want to go to Houston.
Ah, so how you like all the characters on this one? I like. You know what? I really like
I
Nebula
like
a
all
lot.
the characters. Who?
Nebula. Like the
Oh
relationship
yes,
between
well, I think
Nebula
and
and
they let
Gamora.
everybody evolved in this movie.
Yes.
And it actually answered lots of questions, and it evolved a lot of things. Because yeah, it tells you about Nebula. Nebula is supposed to be this horrible villain, right?
Yes.
Turns out she was never a villain at all. The thing is,
No.
we learned that Thanos makes her fight Gamora to prove who's the best, and each time Nebula loses, and Nebula loses every time, she gets a part of her body replaced. But then we find out she never fought to win.
No. Yeah.
Because I mean, if she won, she'd be Gamora, then Gamora might not like her. All
Yeah.
she wanted was a sister. Remember, that's what she says. All she
It's
wanted was a
very
sister.
like Thor and Loki, right? He wanna be his
I don't
equal.
even think it's like Thor. I mean, Loki.
Loki didn't even want to be king.
Lord, Loki. Yeah, but Loki's evil.
Evil, yes.
I can't see.
Mischief.
I mean, Nebula's mean, but she's not
Oh,
evil.
Nebula is mean, yeah.
She's mean, but she is not evil.
The sibling relationship is really weird in
I
the
mean,
MCU.
the thing is, Nebula's actually more loyal to Gamora.
Then, yes.
Yeah, because I mean, Loki and Thor, they're not that loyal to each
So
other.
I want to point that out when Thanos make them fight, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking in a way where like when they fight, he's just trying to see which one he favors the most, so he can get the Soul Stone later. That's what I was thinking.
I don't
You,
think so.
you know?
I mean, and so I'm thinking he's probably keeps them. Well, I mean, if he keeps them fighting, then they sure can't go against him. They're too busy fighting each other. You know, too busy each other proving. I mean, plus he thinks he's like a god, so he likes people to try to prove who loves him more.
Oh.
You know, he is like, hey, if you love me, you'll fight your sister.
And you know it's really weird this time, like, because I guess Thanos not really looking for Nebula. I mean, Gamora or Nebula. He's not looking for
He's
any
not
of
really
them.
looking for either one of them because he doesn't care. He's too busy looking. Got his master plan going. But we got to remember this movie also takes place in 2014.
2014.
So Civil War hasn't even happened yet.
Oh.
So
You know, I didn't
yeah.
think about the timeline. This happened before Civil War.
Yeah, a lot of you got to remember a lot of these other Marvel movies we're watching, like they're going to happen in various different times. I mean, some of these are happening in another phase, even though we're seeing them in this phase. I mean, there's no reason. They're just telling you another story.
Yeah, they showed it in the story.
This story is not part of the, the quest, Thanos quest. That's why you don't see anything about Thanos.
No.
Because it's not really a big deal.
It's actually finding about Star-Lord that he's half celestial.
Well, it's all about Star-Lord finding his father. It's about Yondu finding his son.
Yeah.
It's about Gamora and Nebula becoming sisters.
Being Sammy's sister. It's
And
not about Rocket. And
Rocket
how he's like Yondu,
Yeah, not being such a raccoon.
Such a
Trash
bastard.
panda.
Dude, that part was so funny. You're like, is that worse? Dude, that is way worse.
It's so worse. I like it.
Trash
Or
panda.
what do they call it? A triangle face baboon.
The triangle face baboon.
A fox. Somebody kept calling him a fox.
He's like touching his face.
And what did wasn't it Mantis called him, "Can I pet your puppy?"
Yeah, pet your puppy. Yes. I just made a tactical joke. I just made that up.
Oh, Drax is awesome. I mean, especially you remember when that they show that stone hits Mantis right in the face.
Yes.
He hits her in the face, and then he yells,
Mantis, look out!
She's already down.
And you know, in the beginning when they were wearing those suits, and Gamora asked him like, "Why didn't you put those suits that Rocket designed?" Like, I don't like it. It hurts my nipples.
Yeah, well, I mean, because the movie starts off. Well, the movie starts off with
but a job immediately.
Well, no, it's not with the job. Remember, it starts off
with Kurt Russell and his mother
and hanging out Dairy Queen.
Yep.
I wonder if they got a hunger buster in a blizzard. Oh, well, blizzards didn't exist yet, so.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes, that's a good catch, actually.
I think they claim they did, but they don't.
Oh. No, you're right. There was in Missouri. That's when you find out where. Oh no,
Missouri?
you already know where Star-Lord is from, or Peter.
Yeah, was it Missouri?
Yeah, it says Missouri.
Okay, well, we'll go with Missouri. I knew there was somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Of course, it tells the whole story. It starts off with him planting something in the ground.
Right. And you know what's really funny? You know, I thought like, I didn't know if that's the same lady that was in the first one, right? So I had to look it up. It was. It was the same actress.
Well, she looks different when she got hair.
Well, the face was still the same, but they look well because they have a brain tumor.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, she gets a brain tumor. That's because you remember you asked last time how did she die?
That's why they didn't tell you how she died. I just thought some kind of
Well, we
cancer,
knew it was
obviously.
cancer, but
Yeah.
yeah, we know how and what happened, which is horrible.
Yes, it is. You know what's really cool though? I love the soundtrack of this movie, right? I also love the soundtrack on the first movie.
I
So,
actually like the soundtrack. Yeah, I like the soundtrack of the first one. This one was better.
I love both of them.
It's
Yeah.
actually because I knew more of the music. Actually, it had more. I knew both of the music soundtrack, but I knew more of the songs. I liked more of the songs in the
On
second.
this one, I love the Fleetwood Mac track, The Chain.
Yes.
That's the best one.
Well, because it fits so well with the story.
Yeah, it gets so well. Yeah, it does. It fits so well with the
But
story,
actually,
you know.
the song though, the other song, what is that? Brandy.
Was it
I
the
love
love
my
song?
lady. Yeah, it's
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
one.
yes. That's the one. Kurt Russell, Ego
It's
keep
part of
talking
the
about.
story, yeah, because even
Yeah,
he sings it to Star
he
Lord. It's
sings it
like
to
one
Star.
of
He
the
says
songs.
it to Star Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, he sings the song to Star Lord because I mean it is part of the story they tell.
And
So
you know what? What's a really weird thing about the soundtrack? So when I was going through cancer treatment, right, when I was doing radiation, the lady, the nurse, right, she said like, "Oh, is there something that you would like to listen to?" And I'm like, "Well, what kind of music do you got?"
you got volume two.
No, they have volume one because no,
So
she had both volumes, but she put on one CD, right? So I'm like, oh, I love Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, so let's do that. And the setup for the radiation takes 15-20 minutes, right, for 3 minute shots. Because they need to level everything right.
Yeah.
So when they do that, right, I'm listening to music and I want
So
to
you
dance
listen
to
to
it.
something relaxing.
Yeah, I listen to something relaxing to me.
Me, I probably would listen to the Batman soundtrack, Danny Elfman, because I mean it's gonna be intense, dude.
It's pretty intense. They just put me in a cover. I had to be locked
Exactly.
down,
That's why you
strapped
probably
down.
should do Batman. You probably
I
should.
need something that I want to dance to.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that I'd be dancing to anything from
Like every
Batman.
MCU thing, I like all the comedy within, right? Like in the beginning, how like in the beginning, Rocket was working on something but we didn't know until they're like, "What are you working on?" Well, bring Crow. He want to listen to this music, so what he's working on is just a jukebox. I thought he was making a bomb.
Because he's always making a bomb. But yeah, he's making two speakers. And it's actually, and we found out it's actually Rocket's idea.
Yes. And it's really
You
funny
know,
because in the middle of the movie, right, when he was Yandu, he asked Quaylen, like, "Hey, do you have any of Crow's old deleted tracks on here?" And then play that song. I love that song. That song fits so well when Yandu was killing everyone with
oh
that
yeah,
arrow.
hey, man, he wiped out his entire
He
crew.
wiped out the entire crew.
See, well, because we saw it in the first movie how powerful it was, but man, I mean,
Yes.
he's way powerful.
Yep.
Plus, he also has the upgraded head, which I loved. The
Yeah.
fin, because the
The fin.
fin's like what he has in the comic books.
Yes, Delphine. I was
But
going
then
to
for a
point
long
that
time,
out.
I realized this is the same Yondu in the comic books, because in the comic books, he almost doesn't have any clothes.
So I
on.
almost felt like they saved the best part for the second movie, the Finn.
They did. Well, they saved a lot of stuff.
Man, this one is so well worth it to wait.
Yeah, Gunn should talk to the guys that make Star Wars because how to save the best for the middle.
Yes.
Even Lucas knew that.
I didn't know how great the first one was going to do, right? So I didn't want to waste all my efforts in the first one. And now, like, oh, it is so popular. Now I'm going to do what I wanted to do from the first one. Yeah, you're totally right.
I am. But yeah, that is. But yeah, because the beginning, I love the beginning with the credit scene.
Yeah.
It's such a great because it's them do that because, like you said, and of course we got to see Rocket trying to wink.
Yes.
And of course, I like it when he says something I didn't know that he says you got to say it in your other voice.
Wait, in the beginning when they were, like, before that creature came?
Yeah, before that creature came, remember when they're arguing?
Yes.
He's winking, and Drax is like,
Oh,
"You
yes,
don't
it's like, yeah. Yes.
And he goes, I can't tell because you need to say it in your sarcastic voice.
Yeah, sarcastic voice, like, what? I'm actually being serious right now. We do not need the music.
We also see, cause here's also part, it also shows you how petty Peter is, because it's an important part how petty Peter is, because how petty Peter is plays an important deal in the Infinity War.
Oh, yes.
Remember when they're trying to get the glove off?
Yes.
He's so petty. But remember, he goes when Gamora pulls out a gun. Oh, so you're using guns now?
What is that? A rifle?
I thought swords were your
Yeah,
things.
we're gonna.
Guns were my things. But oh well, okay.
I guess we're both doing guns now.
Yeah, I vote for doing good. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Because he's like such a child still.
he is. It's like everything had to be a particular way.
Yeah, everything's got to be this way. But again, they start the music. Well, the alien. What are they doing? They're protecting these batteries for a
From
race
the
called the Sovereign
yeah, because
from
that
some
monster's eating them,
intergalactical monster that comes through out of nothingness and appears. And
and just to eat the
that's how
batteries.
it comes from the Phantom Zone. That is what the villains of Superman got to see. And
Oh, I was like the Phantom. So, dude, don't
yeah,
jump
right out.
universes
Hey,
here, okay?
that's the only place I could figure out that it could come from. Okay, the Phantom Zone, and
So,
you can't prove that it didn't.
so the intro, right? I thought like they still did
Oh, I
a
thought
dance
this was
number
awesome. Yes, with little baby Groot.
with little
Well,
baby
okay, baby
Groot.
Groot. Well, it is a baby Groot. It's the new Groot,
Is the new Groot? Yes.
the son, the Groot.
So I didn't know how long the period was. So I guess it's right after this first one ended. Because the
It's
first one
supposed
they
to
had
be
that little
okay.
branch
Yeah, it's
already.
supposed to be no. It's supposed to be
A year or two.
6 months. I think it's 6 months after the first one.
Oh, okay. So it's still pretty
So
recent.
they're heroes and they've been traveling around making money
Yes.
using their name as, hey, we're Guardians of the Galaxy. We're like the Ghostbusters. We'll kill monsters for you though. No ghosts though. Even if they come from the Phantom Zone, we will kill them.
Yes.
So yeah, and of course you got little baby Groot dancing around.
He's like he's not afraid of anything.
I know he's still got those lizards. Remember those lizards that we saw?
Yeah, in the first one they were betting on.
I mean, they must have paid a lot of money for those lizard special effects because they use those lizards throughout this entire
Yo,
movie.
yeah, because
Every
like
time there's a Groot, I'm like, how does that Groot find those lizards?
because
Constantly. They must be like rats.
well, I was thinking of that because like when
Yeah,
Quill
they're
caught one in the first one, he started singing to it.
Yeah, they're
That was the
all
only thing I thought of
probably stuck in everybody's ships and stuff. And you travel, they get off.
because his ship is filthy.
Yeah, we little baby Groot gets mad, he hits that rat.
Yes, he's like he didn't look at you funny.
Especially those rats, and then of course, they're trying to tell him not. I mean, we see the fight in the background, which is cool.
Yes.
The whole deal is focused on baby.
It's
Groot
on
dancing.
baby Groot. It's so funny. He's dancing, hopping along
He's
the
oblivious
steps.
to what? Yeah, he's oblivious to what's going on behind him.
Yeah,
Of course, they
it's-
goes down to Drax. I like it. Yeah, we waves a Gamora. Hi,
Hi.
Get out of the way, And of course, Drax lands. Remember when Drax falls, and then Groot just stands still.
Yeah, he just stands. It's so funny, right? The relationship between these two is like.
Because Drax can't stand dancing. But the best scene though to me is when Drax falls on the speakers and bust him.
Yeah, he was so upset. He kicked him.
It's so bad. He throws something and hits him in the face. Yeah, he comes up there and starts kicking him. And of course, they kill the monster. Of course, they've been fighting this monster the whole credit scene, and then Drax gets the great idea that
To go inside to get him from the inside.
I'll just go and I'll cut him on the side because it's softer. And of course, Peter Quill's going, "What's he doing?" And of course, Gamora's like, "He said."
Yeah, he's like, what?
Of course, Peter's like, "Well, there's a cut on his neck."
So I like that Gamora is the one that killed the monster,
Yeah.
right?
After all this fighting, Gamora just runs up there and
Use the sword.
Yeah, uses the sword
Yeah.
that she didn't want to use at the beginning. It cuts the monster up. And of course, Drax comes out and he thinks he killed the monster.
Yeah, because he
And then-
came from the inside.
Of course, we see Baby Groot. He throws something, hits him in the face. Oh, if that didn't establish the pace of this movie,
Oh no, it was really great.
he must have got up to use the bathroom during that.
I like the Solvents was. I never seen makeup done so well, and so many of them.
All the gold people. They're all gold people, and the
Yeah.
whole point of the Sovereign was they're supposed to be perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, are they always uptight?
Apparently so. A bunch of snotty people.
That's the other excellent adjective to snobby people. They're very snobby, right? Like
Yeah, I said
the
snotty.
high maintenance, high standard type of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they're what would come with gold.
Oh, the high
You know,
standard.
Well, I mean, gold is supposed to be all expensive and rich.
So
they're all rich.
what I
people.
don't get is they have these technology, right? That like can remote pilot, but they couldn't defeat this monster. Oh, they must have tried, and then that's where they call
Maybe
it.
they didn't want to get dirty.
Oh.
Because as we see,
But they're only remote.
Yeah, well, hey, they got better things to do than kill a monster that's eating their batteries. Yeah, I don't understand either. I mean, come on, because you're right. They got a whole giant
What
military force just to go. Hey, but see, the monster didn't insult them.
what
The
what
monster,
what are the batteries called? Like NOx batteries or something?
I forget what they're called, but the Drax never called them the same
No, he's
thing.
like 100 million batteries. Like that's
Yeah, he
not
was
even
like,
close to what I said.
that's not even close to what I said. Of course, when they meet the high priestess,
Yes.
of course, Rocket has to tell him what he really thinks.
Yeah.
Well, we find out why they went to get the batteries. The whole exchange was to get Nebula.
Yeah, to get Nebula, right. I didn't
Which
even know how they would why would they would capture her. Maybe she was trying to steal them too?
Oh, she was trying to steal their batteries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she was trying to. Yeah, she was trying to steal their batteries. Of
Have
course,
you
they
ever
were
read
gonna.
about the batteries in the comic books? I don't know what the relevance
No,
is.
I never
Oh,
heard
okay.
about the batteries. I'm sure they're just made up.
Oh, okay. Just something very powerful then.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they needed something to trade. And they needed a
Oh.
reason to be there, so this made the most sense.
And also apparently
Something
very
better.
easy to steal.
Yeah, apparently they're extremely easy because I mean, Rocket leaves with a pocket full of batteries.
Come on, they were very easy to steal. That's your excuse.
Yeah, of course, he insults everybody. And then he also shows it to Drax, and Drax doesn't say anything. He just laughs.
He just laughs like, maybe because Rocket stole his batteries. Wait, we have no. You're right. I don't know why they. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're chasing
they're
us.
upset. Yeah, because yeah, they leave and then they chase it down, and that's the neat thing because when they chase them down, you're right. They send those remote control aircraft,
Yeah,
what spaceships.
yeah. The pod,
It
the
looks
little
like an arcade.
pods.
That's the neat thing though. It looks like an arcade.
It
You've
does.
never
It
seen them
looks like
making arcade sounds.
Yes. What was
Oh,
that?
like in the 80s and
Yeah,
90s.
Galaga. That's like a Galaga game, right? But
Oh, I'd say asteroids.
asteroids. Yes, that's
Because they
what
go
it
through the
is.
asteroid field. Remember, because they go through
Yes.
the asteroid field. The weirdest asteroid field I've ever seen. I mean, I like to see Han Solo fly through that crap.
Yes.
And Millennium Falcon would be busted all up.
And at the same time, it shows more of Rocket's personality because he keeps trying
Yeah,
to take over the
yeah,
ship.
yeah. They keep changing. Who's the
Pilots.
best
Yeah.
pilot? Well, I'm the best pilot.
Yeah.
And of course, that gets them in trouble. They hit an asteroid and then they crash on some planet.
Yes.
What was it Bayhart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Behoff. Well,
it's
that's
Bayhart.
because and then it was they saw Eagle passing by, but they didn't know
Yeah,
that was Eagle at
yeah. Well,
first.
yeah, because remember, well, yeah, they almost wiped out all
He
the
wiped them
deals.
out. Yeah.
Were they down to the last guy? Yeah, they were down to the last guy going to the asteroid, and all the crowds around it. It's like you think he was playing Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
You always see those scenes where everybody's around at the arcade.
Yes.
Oh, you go, and then he gets blown up. You're a loser.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody
Of course,
got like to.
They
Yeah.
get through the asteroid field, then all the rest of the new ships, they had more ships
Yeah.
surround them, and of course they get wiped out.
Yep.
Some dude's surfing on an egg.
It's all like it's just one guy,
Yeah,
and he's
one guy.
waving at them, riding like a
It's like it's on surfboard.
yeah, like a surfboard or a
One
chariot. It's very funny.
It was a tiny little guy.
Yeah. Like, was he like
He's
about
well,
1 inch
maybe
tall?
really tiny. Exactly. And they go, yeah, that's how it works. You don't know how it works. You get closer, it gets bigger. See, he has the same. He says Rocket sees it the way like animals do, like cats,
Yeah.
like a lion or a mountain lion or something. When they see you way down on the ground, they're like, huh, I can eat that little person.
And then they come
They
closer.
get
Like,
down
oh.
there to you. Yeah, they get down to you, and then they're like, man, he's a lot bigger than I thought, but I'm gonna bite him anyways.
You know what I noticed in this movie that Drax like a characteristic from Drax that carries over to Infinity War that he's very silent when he stands because he said the Infinity War he
Yeah, he
believes
has to-
that the longer he stands he'll become invisible.
Well, especially because you're talking about that scene where Star Lord puts on a shirt just like you. And
Yeah, that's right.
he's arguing with Gamora, and of course there's Drax. Turns around, there's Drax.
Yeah, Drax like oh, it's
Of
spooky.
course, Drax got to give him advice about.
Gamora's not the one for you, Krill. Then how about the dancing thing? Like some
Exactly.
woman dance and she's not a dancer.
Yeah. Well, then of course we learned the story about Drax's wife.
Yes.
He didn't dance at all.
No, he didn't dance at all. It's so funny.
Found his nether regions engorged.
We're also going to talk about the 80s characters because, this one's so into 80s, right? Because they got Stallone. They got Tango and Cash. Basically,
Yes.
they have Tango and Cash in this movie. But they never interacted, but it's still cool.
But that's only two 80s characters, right? Only
Was-
Rooker was
Roker
in
would be,
Stallone.
yeah, Stallone.
I think there's a lot of characters probably we don't
That we don't recognize, right? We probably don't know.
I don't think there was that many of that.
I mean, like, you didn't know Taserface, which is we gotta talk about that. Taserface.
What kind of stupid name is that? You wake up in the morning and just decide to call yourself Taser
You
Face?
know, it's really funny when we talk about the Sullivan people, right? Like they're really uptight. Even the high priestess, like no, that wasn't a high priestess, right? It was just a messenger. Even she started laughing when they say
Yeah,
Taserface.
when they call it, yeah, when he calls her up, hey, you need to tell the high priestess, tell her that Taser Face. I mean, no one can take this guy serious, and he's like the guy that started the mutiny and killed her.
He did, yeah. He took over as captain for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, the thing is, they crashed on a planet, and of course, uh, Peter Quill's dad shows up.
Yes.
His biological dad shows up, and he takes half the crew with him to his planet.
To where he's supposed to be. His representation
Yeah,
took him to actual where
we
Ego
found
is.
out that the whole reason that Yondu took Peter was supposed to have taken him to Ego,
Yeah.
which is the dad's name. He's supposed to have taken him to Ego a long time ago, and he never did.
Yeah, see, I like that. That's when like the Stallone's scene comes on.
Yes, because this is where we switch to the Sloan scene, where they're on like I forgot the name of the planet, but it's like a Tortuga of for alien pirates.
Like like the red light district of planets,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
like I said, Tortuga.
yeah, Tortuga, yeah. Wow.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was really surprised. Even though his name was in the credits in the dancing scene, I was surprised to still see Sylvester Stallone like that was the role he played.
I was surprised because I don't actually read the names as they're coming on these. I don't really care about credits. I'm watching the movie. I'm too busy watching Groot dance. I didn't ever see the name.
Yeah.
And so I saw Sylvester, so I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap. Well, I mean, the second time when I watched it this week, I noticed Sylvester Stallone's name. I don't think I noticed it in the first time.
At the theater. Yeah, I didn't notice the theater. That's the thing. I didn't even know that he was supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't either. It was quite a surprise.
That's the thing. Like I said, I didn't pay that much attention to it. I just know I wanted to see it. So I went there, and then when he showed up, I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I wasn't even sure who he was yet.
No, I wasn't sure. He was just Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what character he was. Because I didn't realize who he was until the end of the movie, when it showed the rest of the characters. Because actually, the only character I recognized was Charlie 27. I was like, whoa.
Oh my God, Fame Rhymes. Fame Rhymes, yeah.
Because I just noticed because he was so big. I was like, I know this. And then I realized who the rest of them were.
Oh, I was going to talk to you earlier, but I forgot until now. Like, one of them knew how to do the magic stuff. One of them was a sorcerer.
Yes. I forgot what his name is. The lizard guy.
Yeah.
No, it's not Kraglin. I forgot what his name is. I could probably tell you real quick. But yeah, but I don't remember him in the comic books.
Because I didn't even recognize that. Like the first time I saw him, like, oh my God.
Well, he talks a certain way, but yeah, he's the type of wizard.
I didn't see Doctor Strange before this.
Yeah, Kroger or Kruger. Yeah, his name's Kruger.
So he's a sorcerer too, or wizard.
You also have the robot guy named Mainframe.
Mainframe.
Charlie 27. Martinex is the guy that looks like he's got glass face. He's with Stallone.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Michelle Yeoh is Arletta.
So Michelle Yeoh gets you play two different characters in the MCU.
What was her other character?
It's going to be in Shang-Chi. She's in Shang-Chi too.
Okay.
Because, apparently Hollywood is running out of Chinese people to cast.
Hollywood's running out of actors because you keep using the same actors over and over.
They have to, right? Because they like them so much. We have to get Koreans and Japanese people to play Chinese people.
That we'd get to see all these characters again. Stallone would get like a kind of like a little extra movie.
Yes.
Get to see another Guardians of the Galaxy, just a different team.
Or just the Ravengers. Because he said like, hey, it kind of sucked that it took one of them to die for them to get back together.
Yeah. Well, I'd watch the Ravager movie.
I would too. He's like, let's go and steal some shit.
Be another Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, that's why I can't wait until Volume 3, which doesn't come out for another 2 years.
Yeah, man, you make it so far.
It seems so far now.
Maybe we can get in a blip and then just travel forward.
I don't want to live through that. But the only way to I get to be younger than everybody else when I come back.
Yeah, I'm for it. Okay, I'm having nothing to do.
But you want to go to the blip, but not the time travel.
I'll do the time travel. I mean, I don't have a DeLorean laying around though, so I guess I'll just take the blip. I sure don't want to do the Terminator because I'm not going to show up somewhere naked.
Why can't we time travel like the quantum worm, like Ant-Man, huh?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's the fastest
You know
way,
what
right?
really be also? I'd rather just time travel like they did in Star Trek 4 and fly around the sun.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that, so I don't understand that
Yeah.
reference. I don't know which time travel is better. Okay.
Well, the one with the time machine, I mean, they had a ship that could cloak, so they could land on Earth and nobody knew they were there.
Oh,
Kind of a good deal. I
that
mean,
sounds
because
really
I
good.
mean, a DeLorean, everybody could see it, and then some guy steals it, and then he makes a millionaire,
So
and
the
then you come
cloaking
back.
device is the best.
Yeah, so cloaking device is the best because
Or
nobody
the
else steals
Pym
it.
particles.
And particles is okay, but cloaking's better.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
come
It's
on.
next
Come on, when you
world
uncloak and you
technology.
have this giant starship, and you're just like using satellites in space for target
Yeah.
practice. Yeah. I mean, come on. Even the Millennium Falcon doesn't have a cloaking device.
So, oh,
The
on
Milano doesn't have a cloaking device.
I want to bring us back to the movie. I want to get you a scene where they're in the campfire talk about who Quill's father was. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
When Drax said like I thought Yandu was father. What? You guys look exactly alike. One is blue.
Yeah, but it's actually a cool thing because I mean, it's more not. I think it's more that Drax. I mean, it's foreshadowing the rest of the movie, but in a way, I mean, the interaction
It's a
Drax picked up
relationship.
on
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
because they're making fun of Drax for the colors, but Drax are actually picking up on what he's seen.
Yeah, and the emotion, that the relationship, not the
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Drax, because I mean, Drax is seeing a little more than we realize, even though he's a little late at telling you something's about to hit you in the face,
Yes.
or that you can't dance, or that he can catch something that flies over his head.
And you're right. Like like it's really messed up how many beings that Yandu brought to Ego before he
Yeah,
realized what
we
was
find out
going on.
later, yes.
Man, it's
Well, we don't find out because we don't know this yet. Because remember, we go to the ice planet where they're all having a good time,
mhm.
and then there's like, "Hey, you broke the code."
Yep. That's why we try to figure out like what the code was.
Yeah,
We
what
don't
is the
deal in
code?
children.
Yeah, we don't trade children, and we're trying to figure out because we don't know the extent yet. Because you
No.
already know. Because you're probably thinking right now, you're thinking, "Oh, Peter, only Star-Lord," because that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, he didn't really do anything bad.
No, he didn't
just
do anything like. Well, yeah, at that point we didn't know. Like, oh, I think he just kept him because he was
Yeah.
good for stealing. But I believe that was the lie that Yandu kept telling himself.
Yes,
So
it
that
is.
yeah, I thought that was really
Had to
great
be.
when you find out at the end why he was doing that.
Yeah, because he didn't know. Because I mean, because Yondu didn't care.
No.
But we also found out that Yondu was a slave.
Yes.
Sold him to a slave, and he was a
When he was locked up with our rocket,
yeah. We learned that he was a slave, and then when he got out,
and it was him that saved him.
yeah,
He was part of the Quill.
yeah,
Yandu's part. Yeah.
yeah. That's because basically you're getting with Yondu on there, you're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy that I read in the '90s.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
You know.
But they also take place in 31st century though.
Yes. So I really like that scene when they were him and were locked up, right? And he, Yandu said, "We're gonna need the help of your little friend."
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene they talk about like, well, he doesn't like hats, and then like because they make them people look a certain way and they think they're
Yeah,
stupid.
well, no, remember they tell him, oh, he needs to go get the thing, and of course he comes back with different things, and then he comes back with that Ravager shield. Then he says something, and
He put on
puts it
a
in his head. He's saying he thinks you wanted him to wear a hat. He doesn't like hats.
and then they have a whole conversation
like,
about
exactly,
hats.
where he keeps going, I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot. And of course he keeps going, and he doesn't like the hat. He thinks it makes him look stupid. And of course he's like, you got that out of that?
And he's
Got
like,
that out.
and Yandu's like, is this a really important conversation to be having right now? And the part with the severe that toe that's cut off.
Yeah, he's like, where'd you get that? We don't even want to know.
I'm like, you don't have a drawer full of these, do you? Like, no.
Well, you have to do the eye too. Remember
Oh,
when he
the
gets
eye, yeah. It's like,
He's like,
leave
put
the
the
eye.
eye back, and then of course he's like, no.
Give it
Just
to me.
Just keep the eye.
So one morning, he's gonna wake up like, I don't have my eye. And he's just cracking up
Yes.
by
Because God's
himself.
like, what's wrong with this guy? It's just, okay.
That
Of
was
course,
such...
well, that's the thing though. We're gonna remember this. This will shoot back to the front. When they're at the campfire and the Ravagers come to get Rocket.
Yeah.
It's only Rocket, Nebula, and Groot.
Yeah.
Of course,
Groot,
Nebula tricks Groot into letting her go.
Yeah, letting her go, yep.
Bad idea. And of course, that's when Kraglin they capture him, and it finds out that they had a deal to go get Star-Lord
To
and
turn
his
him, yeah,
crew and turn them into the
the
Sullivan
Solvents, yep.
and get a lot of money.
Yeah, but then
Because
Yondu was like, "I'm not about to turn the Guardians of the Galaxy for rain." Like,
yeah,
I
and
thought
then
he was right too, but then
this is when the mutiny happened.
but the Ravengers wanted the money.
Yeah, the Ravagers wanted the money, and
But then
that's
Yondu
what
want to keep
Kraglin right there.
protecting. Yeah.
Kraglin doesn't understand why he keeps letting Star-Lord off.
Yes, nobody does, because he never talks
No,
about it.
I know, and then see, Kraglin kind of betrays his captain.
Yes,
This
because
is an
he was
important part.
tired too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was tired, and he betrayed his captain, and of course the mutiny happens, and they kill everybody that's loyal to him except
Right.
for Kraglin.
They wouldn't have gotten to him unless Nebula didn't shoot him in the head. Remember that he shot the
Yeah,
thing
because I
off.
remember he was holding them all off, but
Yeah.
still, basically, I mean, it's him against everybody.
And the thing with the corn comes back. She eats it like, it's not ripe. They keep telling her.
Because we keep seeing her trying to eat something.
Yeah,
She's
eat something,
starving
yep.
to death, and they keep kicking her food away.
Yes.
And
It's not
finally she
ripe.
gets it, eats it, it's nasty.
So they were actually doing her a favor, like, it's not ripe, don't
they
eat this
weren't doing
stuff.
her a bigger favor because they didn't ever give her anything to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, she was kind of hangry. I mean, that's why she flew off in a huff. She was hangry.
The part was really funny too, and she was like,
gave her a Snickers.
yeah, that was really funny. That was really funny when Franklin asked him, like, so what are you going to do your share of the money, right? After I kill my sister, right? I'm going to buy all the weapons you can buy and kill Thanos. Yeah, I was just going to say, like, maybe a pretty necklace or something and make the girls like, ooh. The part was so weird. It's like something nice.
Yeah. Of course, they pushed everybody out the airlock.
Yeah.
Except for Kraglin, and then Kraglin realizes he made a mistake.
Yeah. And actually, Nebula was actually kind of the one who saved Yondu, right? Because she was the one who told him, like, because Yondu's wanted in so many, systems.
Yeah, because they were going to kill Yondu.
Yeah, they were
going
to
to
kill
him all.
Yep.
And of course, he's like, you just need to trade him. And then, of course, they're going to give him back to the Kree.
Yes.
And the Kree are buttholes.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or not.
Not yet. But then we find out the Kree buttholes from the first one, because Ronan.
Yeah, well, Ronan was a loose cannon, but the Kree basically are just kind of jerks.
Yep.
They're not all psychopaths like Ronan. Ronan is a Kree nut job.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like he just needs some mental help.
When we saw that Nova Corps lady talk to one of the Kree, he wasn't even being nice either. Well, we can sign your treaty, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Kree are just like better than everybody.
So they're like a lower level of the Sovereign.
They own slaves too. They like to get alien races and make them slaves, and they make them fight against each other. That's what they did to Yondu. They love to get humans, give them superpowers, so they can watch them fight.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, they're kind of like, to me, they remind me of the Romans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Way back, in history.
Yes.
Not the current Romans.
So so it's kind of like a mirror of history, right? We just write it into a story.
Well, yeah, they're just kind of like these guys, and they get people and make slaves, and watch them fight, and they have a good time.
Yes.
And they put weird paint on themselves and wear weird clothes. So basically, stay away from the Kree Empire, okay? Because they're just jerks. You're flying into space. Stay with the Nova Corps.
How'd you like David Hasselhoff doing a cameo for this movie?
Oh, I loved it. Plus, did you see? You should watch. There's a music video. He did a song for this, and he also did a music video.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see the music video?
Is it in a bonus feature? I usually watch it, but I didn't. I passed on this one.
Well, they had it on the internet after the movie came out. They had it on the internet. That's where I watched it.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Bonus picture on the deal. I saw it somewhere else. And of course, you hear the song. The song is at the end where the credits are rolling.
Yes.
Which is also cool because when you're sitting at the theater and you got to watch all the credits.
Yep.
Because you got to watch all the way to the very end, and that's the thing. I know a lot of people still get out of the theater. I'm like, apparently you've never seen a Marvel movie because there's.
I watched like the last thing was the creation.
I'll go watch them. You see all these people get up and thinking, "Where are you going?" Especially during Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Yes.
No, Homecoming.
Homecoming.
I remember watch that, and all these people got up, and I was like, "It's Captain America."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyhow, the thing is, I noticed in the credits, when you're watching the credits, it shows all kinds of, it shows little bubbles with people.
Yes.
The credits are worth watching.
On this one, yes.
But I noticed they had what's his name? It appears in Thor, the next Thor movie, before it even came out.
Who?
The Grandmaster.
Was he in one of those?
Yes, he is. He's in one of the bubbles. I forgot what his name is at the moment. The only reason I knew him because I remember Jurassic Park, but
Yes.
he was in all these commercials lately about apartments.com, and I saw him in the bubble, and I was like, "What's Jeff Goldblum doing in a bubble?"
Okay, so when I watched Thor Ragnarok, right? Like when I came out of the theater, the first thing I thought is like, wow, this ties in with Guardians of the Galaxy really well.
Yes, well, because they're all in space.
Yeah, and the, the,
They're
the
all like
comedy, like the fun factor from Thor Ragnarok to Guardians of
yeah,
the Galaxy.
yeah, and that's the thing though. This is Gunn stuff, so
Yeah.
come on, this guy's crazy, dude.
I didn't notice that Jeff Goldblum was in one of
Yes,
those
he is.
end
He's in
credits.
one of the bubbles. And there's somebody else I couldn't recognize, but I think it was David Hasselhoff. But I saw Jeff Goldblum, and I wasn't even sure if that was him yet.
Oh, because we didn't know, yeah, at that
I'm
time.
pretty sure that was Jeff Goldblum I saw in the bubble.
Oh,
Because I see him in the commercials for the apartments.com or whatever he's in
yeah.
all the time. I was like, that looks like Jeff Goldblum. What's he doing? And then, of course, boom.
And he's in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, or Ragnarok.
Oh, that's funny.
Of course. That's awesome. Plus, we also find out, we go back to the movie, we found out that Ego, when he takes him to this planet, he has Mantis with him.
Yes. We need to talk about Mantis.
Yeah, introducing another character. She becomes one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And what is her powers? Well, she's an alien, but her powers is
emotions, right?
Yes, emotion, which is awesome.
Right.
Because she touches you, then she could tell you. Good thing she don't take your powers away like Rogue, but she touches you. She could tell you your emotion, and she can also introduce an emotion to
Yes, she could introduce emotion, and she could also take your emotion to on herself.
Yes,
that awesome. Is really cool. But then,
it's also
how is that a fight factor? Like if she's in a fight, right? She just has to touch you.
I guess if she sneaks up on you, she'll make you love.
Well, the other thing is she met Gamora. Like Gamora was upset. Remember? She grabbed her. Gamora grabs her, and then she's like, "You're scared," and she's like, "Oh my god, what's happening to me?" That's a really good defense mechanism.
Well, she can help you go to sleep.
So why do you think Ego wanted to keep her? Remember, Mantis said about like, would you let fleas onto your, onto your back?
They also called her basically she's his pet.
Yes.
Because we find out that he doesn't like. Well, remember he tells the story. He went and found life. He was we found out he's a celestial, which is a big deal.
Yes.
Which when he says celestial, I guess you should already know. Probably a bad guy. Because
yes.
I think Galactus is a celestial. I could be wrong. Actually, I don't think he is. But I think by their standard now, he will be.
Oh, but on this, on
but
this.
We already saw a celestial in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The giant head.
Oh. Yes.
It says celestial.
Yes. Yeah, the giant head. I remember the four.
Everybody's living inside of a dead celestial. Oh. So we got another celestial. Of course, his story right then is he went out to space, he found life, and it wasn't interesting at all.
Yeah, so when he explained that, right, and also when he said he was celestial, they paused. Drax, Peter, and Gamora paused when Peter said, like, you mean like a god? Then they trying to downplay it. He said small g. Remember? Not the small g, like, man, he could control a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so it's weird, but yeah, Mantis, I guess I don't know why he kept her around because he had so many ideas. He probably extended the life form of the body that left.
Oh,
because she's not ever making the planet go to sleep. She's making that body go to sleep.
Oh, that body Kurt Russell is in.
Yeah. We eventually see her extent of her power. She does slow down Ego.
Yes.
When she touches the planet, but I'm thinking he's keeping it for the help the body.
Oh.
He probably is not even in the body form when they're there.
No, he's not.
The Guardians there. He probably just goes back in because the body's just something for you to understand.
Yep.
If he was he couldn't show up as a planet.
No, he's the body's the presenter.
Yeah, the body is a presenter. It's like a herald, like Galactus sends out Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Or what was that, Nova? Or what was it? I forgot the girl. He sends out a lot of people.
Yes.
So basically, this guy's got a herald too, and it's just a piece of his body that he sends out in a form that makes Peter happy.
But yeah, that's
because this is where we see David Hasselhoff's body because he goes, "Well, do you prefer this one?"
Yeah.
Plus, we also hit the story why we see David Hasselhoff because
I like Gamora
Quill,
pronounce his name wrong. He's like,
yeah,
what?
because Quill thinks what we used to tell people that was his dad because
Yeah,
he
this
didn't
is
know
dad
his
because
dad.
he doesn't know his dad.
Yeah, and Kit was his best friend. So we get the story. So we already know that this is not may not be good.
I'm
But I don't know.
surprised Kevin Bacon wasn't a cameo in this.
Surprised not. But they're already moved on from talking about Kevin Bacon.
Hey, for now, because
For
they
now,
come back
yeah,
in
because
Infinity War.
yeah, he
I
does come
laughed
back.
so hard.
Does come back. But yeah, so
Oh, Kevin Bacon. Like Kevin Bacon?
that's the thing, though. Mantis is thinking about telling them what's really going
Well,
on.
telling Drex, I thought it was strange that she bonded with Drex
Well,
mostly.
Drax liked her.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he liked her. I don't know if he liked her or not because he kept calling her ugly. It's hard to tell.
Well,
Let's
because
see.
he was afraid she was coming on to him because she
Yeah,
binds with him better.
yeah. I guess yeah. Well, plus he's like, yeah, you're hideous.
Yeah, you're hideous, and you need a woman with some
We also forgot the
meat on her
best scene.
bones.
One of the best scenes in the movie, though, is when Mantis shows them the powers. She
Yes.
touches Quill, and she's like, "You feel love.
You feel like, oh yeah,
You
I
feel
feel,
love." And she points
general
at
form of love.
yeah. Of course, she points at Gamero for her. Of course, Drax starts laughing. He laughs so hard. He's like, do me next."
Do one of those on me.
She just puts it out.
I really wanted to know what Gamora was thinking when Mantis trying to grab her. Like, you touch me and you lose the hand.
Yeah, exactly. Because she probably felt something. Because she was probably afraid that she would say,
Tell,
"Hey,
yeah. Because it
she
would
feels
make them
love
feel
too."
weak, right? That's the thing of this movie. Like,
Yeah,
Yandu doesn't want to make it feel like he's weak, and Rocket doesn't want to make it feel like
yeah,
he has feelings.
yeah. He's
Pride, man.
yeah. But of course, where are we at? They're on the planet. And of course, this is when Quill learns how they start using powers, and
Yes.
then of course he turns him into a big old battery too.
Yep.
It also tells him the story about his mom.
Yeah, see, that was the thing that he wanted to hear. He asked, like, why did you leave her and things like that.
Yeah, and of course he tries to butter him up, and then of course he says the wrong thing, like, "Oh yeah, put a tumor in your mom's
Yeah,
head."
I thought it was really weird, right? Because his eye was all dilated, and when he said that, he's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, "Whoa." Of course, while he's figuring out the truth, other people figure out the truth. Well, Nebula comes down, and this was when we learn all about Nebula, and then they bond and become sisters. Then they
Yes.
find all the dead bodies.
Oh, I know. When they were
Thousands
trying to
and
get out, they found all the
thousands
dead
of
bodies.
the whole city, that little town there, that little building there is all built on top of dead bodies.
Yeah, and then that's when they regroup back with Mantis and Drex because now Nebula Gamora really want to know what the heck is this place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she can come back and then she got to find Mantis. And of course, we come across that where you're scared.
Yes.
That's something you don't really say to Gamora, but.
Oh yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, "What? Oh, she made her scared." Because she touched Mantis.
Yeah, but no, I think, well, no, I think Gamora was already scared. She was already worried.
Oh no, I see it as where Mantis, to defend herself, she made Gamora scared. Because Gamora was confused. She was like, what is happening to me? Because Mantis made her feel that.
Really, you think that? I kind of
Yeah.
actually felt that like she was asking the question because she was already worried about it because she already had a bad feeling about this guy.
Oh, and then I think Mantis enhanced it.
Maybe she did. I don't know.
Because that was the first time Gamora touched Mantis.
Yeah. Well, I took it as she felt when Gamora attacked her because Gamora attacked her out of fear.
Oh no.
She pointed out to Gamora, and Gamora doesn't want anybody to know that she's scared.
Yeah, and then she enhanced it because she was like, what the hell's happening to me? Yeah. Gamora.
Yeah, maybe she never realized she's been scared before.
Yep. And that was the part like when Nebula pointed out like, you guys are not friends. Yeah, you're right. We're family.
Yeah, we're family.
Yep.
That
They you know what? They even had that conversation between Gamora and Peter about like, this guy seems too good to be true. You know, Peter's always looking for family.
Of course, Peter's like, yeah, hey, I found something good, and he gets all mad.
He gets all mad. Yep.
And the dad says, "Hey, I saw your girlfriend walk off in a huff."
Didn't Peter try to compare it to some kind of reference, and Gamora has no idea what he's talking about?
Exactly. Well, we also get a plan. We get the plan. The whole plan is
to wipe
Ego
out
wants to
existence, right?
replace. Yeah, he wants to replace everybody with him.
So
Turns out he put plants on every planet he went to.
so he doesn't like to me. He has powers to do that, but he doesn't have enough powers to wipe out the entire universe. So
He's
his
working.
power is limited in a way.
Well, he needed a little more extra power, and Quill was his extra power.
Or any offspring he might
Yeah.
have. So
Yeah,
there's
well,
a possible offspring. He still have offsprings out there, kind of like Quill.
I don't think he did. I think he got everybody, and he already killed them all. Because
Oh,
remember,
you think so?
well, he said that Quill was the only one.
The only one that has the share the same
Yeah,
offspring as
but I
him.
was pretty sure he killed everybody already.
Also, Quill was the last hope.
I'm thinking Yondu got everybody, and probably other people did.
Hey, I was trying to do my Star Wars reference. I said so. Quill was the last hope.
Oh, yeah, Quill was the last hope. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Kill my Star Wars moment.
Oh, God, I hope I didn't cut your hand off.
which is a big reference on our next movie, okay? Spider-Man. There's a big Star Wars reference here. I'm trying to start it in this episode.
What's the big? I don't know. There's a big Star Wars reference.
Oh, you'll see. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Star Wars references. Woo! We don't get enough of those in a Marvel movie.
No, we don't actually. Kind of this one remind me of
we get them in every movie.
the movie posters. Yeah, we do them every movie. Star Wars. Kind of like 30 Rock.
Why don't you just stick a lot Lego Star Wars people in every movie somewhere in a hidden scene?
Dang it! Do I have my stormtroopers here? No, I don't.
I do. I got mine behind me.
Shoot, I probably hide them for my son. Because he wants my. Oh yeah, I did. I put him all the way up here. A Lego stormtrooper and an actual stormtrooper toy, like a father and son figure. Yeah.
Out of all the things in that room that I could see that I could reach, that they could reach, it's the Star Wars guys you got to hide.
Yes. Because it's the Lego character. My son, my younger one, is really into Legos.
Well, who isn't?
I built a Lego table. Did you know that?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny. I've gone through so much stuff, right? I know we're getting off topic. I bought an IKEA table. Then I bought those plates, right? And I told like, oh, let me spray some kind of adhesive. That didn't work.
Those green plates.
Yes. So you know what I use, man? To make it the flattest, I use carpet tape.
Cool.
Yeah. So in case you want to build a Lego table for yourself in the future, use carpet tape, okay?
Okay, well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Now back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'll build my L&S Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry we went on to the Lego rant.
Yeah, we went so far.
We went from Star Wars to Legos to building a Lego table.
Yeah, but hey, everything's awesome.
Yes. Which is funny, which has Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt.
He plays Emmett, right?
Yes, he does. He plays Emmett.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god, all these things are tying together now. It's some kind of weird Twilight Zone.
Somebody's gonna get stuck in the Phantom Zone. Twilight Zone.
I just referenced Twilight Zone. You reference Phantom Zone. That is so strange.
What other zones are there?
Shoot, I don't know.
Parking zone, loading zone.
Okay.
Well, now they gotta go get Quill.
They gotta go get Quill because they.
But we went back to we saw where they escaped Yondu and Rocket.
Yeah, Yondu and Rocket. They start shooting up in that room.
They killed everybody.
Yep, they saved Taserface for last.
Yeah, of course, because he calls, hey, when of course Taserface before he dies, he already knows he's gonna die. So of course he gives the location to
the Solving people, so they get him.
Yeah, I was about to say the Supremes, Sovereigns, to tell them where they're at because he's a jerk.
Yes.
I mean, of course he has his taser face.
Which is crazy, like the scene battle, everybody go back to, it's like a role-playing game, right? You split up your party for a bit, and then you gotta go back for the final battle.
Back in the same room, yeah.
It's very Final Fantasy, because I played like Final Fantasy 3 a lot, and when I was a kid, and you have a party of like 12 people, right? So you get to divide them into 3 groups, and this is exactly like that, right? It's like Groot, Rocket and Yondu, and you have the other people, but you just have Quill, the leader, with the bad guy.
Yeah, and you gotta go save him.
Yep.
Because I mean, come on, it's just Quill.
So this whole time, I was going to talk about that. This whole time, Quill didn't know that he was kind of immortal.
For now, remember, because
No, yeah, yeah, but that
we don't know
before.
this is true. We don't know if his father is telling him the truth, but remember, he keeps pointing out to him, as long as this planet's here, you
Yeah,
have power.
yeah,
You're immortal. But if this planet goes, you're immortal. I'm wondering if he's lying to him to tell him just
just to
you
stop.
gotta keep me alive, yeah, stop him, or if he's telling the truth.
So during that fight scene, did you think that Quill was already more powerful than Ego? Because he's doing stuff with his heart.
I don't really think he is more powerful than Ego.
Or
It's
just
just
equal. He
I think it's his anger.
is. Ah,
What he said, you don't ever kill my mom.
yeah,
So, I mean, yeah, he's mad. Plus, like it's been pointed out, his dad put a tumor in his mom's brain and killed her.
yep,
He put a bomb in his dad's brain and killed him.
yes,
But of course, he didn't actually do it. Groot did it.
yeah. No,
Just
that
remember
part
the
was
scene
great.
where I love that scene where they got the bomb, and of course, I don't know why it's got two buttons.
Oh,
There's a
I was
button you don't
questioning
need,
the same thing.
but he put the button on there anyways.
To end game, like to quickly to resolve everything.
Yeah, I guess quickly to resolve everything. Yeah, that's the death button.
I like how they pointed that out too, and Rocket and Quill was on that hole. Like, well, is this too hard for us to squeeze through? Like, well,
Yeah,
this is not gonna go great.
yeah, of course. Because I mean, Quill's thinking about his days when he was a little kid. And
Yes.
the Ravagers used him because he's little and skinny.
Yep.
This
Good
little
for
stuff.
thieving.
Yeah, good for thieving. Then, of course, they said so Groot, and of course, they're looking for the tape. I love that.
Oh,
He
that's
asked
the
him,
funniest part because you want to put a
asked
tape
him
over
for
the
tape.
button. Like, what is that
Because
gonna
he's
do?
like, did you ask Nebula for tape? Well, Nebula's sitting right next to Yondu.
So you didn't ask her directly?
I'm sure she would have answered.
You have a bomb. Whoever's gonna have tape is gonna be you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's always got something in his little backpack. Of course, while they're arguing, Groot grabs the bomb and runs off.
Yeah, it runs off like, oh, we're all gonna die.
Of course, we got to remember the Sovereign showed up. And
Yes, right when they were about to drill into the brain, right, and
Yeah,
then the Solvent showed up.
Yeah, the Sovereign shows up with their little video arcade people.
Yes, the vertical screen. Remember the screens were vertical too, so don't forget that
Yeah,
from the 80s.
Yeah, I know, because now if you play those on a plasma screen,
It looks
that's-
stupid. Yeah, I know. I like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game does that. This game is a 4:3 screen, right? It's a square screen. So I play like 1942, like Dig Dug,
I know.
Pac-Man.
Or
It's
Gunsmoke.
it's narrow. I was like, oh man, I don't like that.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, oh man.
So it doesn't matter, like, you can get a 60-inch TV because I have a 65-inch right here, and I play the arcade game. It's like if I turn this 24-inch monitor vertical, it's that size. Well, maybe not that small, but like it's still narrow and small.
It's awesome.
Yes.
That'd
Well, since we talk about arcade games, remember that Punch when they have all those rock around themselves, like Ego and Crow? Crow was Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. What he imagines himself to something. Yeah, they imagine himself something. He makes a giant Pac-Man character. Because I like it because he also alludes to the deal. Because remember when he tells his dad tells him, "You got the power. You can build anything." He goes,
Yes.
"Really? You build anything?" He goes, "I'm a little giant statue of Pac-Man."
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Was it like He-Man stuff? He goes, "I am gonna build some weird crap." Man.
He's like, I'm gonna build Head of Locklear.
All kinds of crap. He's like, "I am gonna build some weird crap." Here.
I would have done the same thing. Like I would build like stuff that I love.
Who wouldn't? I mean, come on. There'd be statues of Iron Man. All
Well, statue of me first.
Oh yeah, no, it's a building spaceship. Yeah, I'd have all kinds of crap.
Oh gosh.
Man, I would have to build a couple plants just to hold all the crap that I'd make.
Yes. Just like, yeah, I need my own planet.
Yeah, get ready because I'm about to build a solar system with all my awesome crap.
So, what was the father and son thing between Yandu and Quill?
Well, that's the thing though. Okay, because he's killing his dad's stuff, but of course, when they blow up the planet, they finally do go through the giant fight deal. Well, they almost did the deal, and of course, it's when he starts to realize Yondu meant more to him.
Yeah, like his
'Cause
daddy,
when the
right? They
ship
use that
blows up,
reference.
yeah, because the ship blows up. Yeah, well, that's when they're leaving the planet. But they start bonding during the fight.
Yes.
You and him start bonding because you finally realize this guy's always had my back. Actually,
You're right. When he said like, man, you look like Mary Poppins. So
Exactly.
when he asked him like, was he cool? Because he looks at Yandu like, hell yeah, he's cool.
exactly. Right
Yep.
then, that's when he's like, this guy has always been had
Yeah.
my back. And of course, the fight goes on. Of course, they all evacuate the planet, and they leave Quill behind with Yondu.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, everybody doesn't. Even Rocket doesn't.
Rocket, because Rocket they have a space suit and he has a flight jetpack.
Yeah, and he gives it to Yondu, and he goes, "Only got one of each."
Yeah, one of each. And
So
when Gamora was sad too, where's Quill?
Oh, everybody was, because even, because Rocket was like, "I hope I could watch him die," or something. Well, no, he wanted to save him just so he could hold over him. Remember?
Yep.
And he says, "You're like me, boy."
Yeah, he is.
Tells him gives him the whole deal, and of course, Rocket realizes.
And we realize that
he shouldn't be putting big turds in Quill's bed.
this is also when we realize this version of Groot likes to cuss us a lot. He said, what did he say? He said, "Welcome to the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy." Only he didn't say freaking. Man, we gotta talk to you about your language. That always remind me of Kenny from South Park. It's like he say whatever he wants, right? Or R2D2. We just don't know what he says. We find out what they say to other people's conversation.
We know it's bad because they keep beeping it out.
Yes. R2D2, like, hey, what's your language?
Yeah, what's your language?
Because even Luke tells him, like, language, R2. It's always cussing.
Foul-mouthed little droid.
He is, like, because you don't know what he's saying, right? And that's how they get away with it on a PG-rated movie.
But hey, I wanna break the magic for you.
Yeah.
He's not really saying anything.
No, he's not. It's just fun.
In the script. I know, it's just some beeps. I'm sorry I ruined it for you. I mean, I know you went through life thinking that R2 was really cussing. But
I do that with my dog now. I just make up whatever he. Yeah.
There was a tiny guy inside R2, and then on the new movies, it's a robot.
Oh wow, how far technology!
I crushed your dreams. Oh, like a can, like a new Coke.
So it's like the self checkouts.
Yeah, like the self checkout. Oh my god! But the greatest scene is. Okay, they escape the planet. Well, of course, everybody, because you remember Gamora was going to go save him.
Yeah, and Rocket shoots her. That was a good scene too. He's like, I only can lose one friend today.
Exactly. I can only afford to lose one friend today.
Yeah,
that was a good line.
That was a good line. This is a great movie.
Everybody in the ship's like, "Where's Quill?" Even Drax.
Even Drax like, "Where's Quill?" And then they need to fly off.
Yeah, they fly off, and then of course, they defeat him. And then that's when we see the scene where Yondu grabs Quill and takes him to space.
So, do you think it was the that bomb with those batteries that kills Ego?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Because that's what Rocket put together. He's like the MacGyver.
He beat him down pretty good, but of course, they stun him, they blow him up. I mean, if they wouldn't have blown him up, he would have killed them all.
Yeah, he would have killed them all. I mean, we would never seen the scene with Drax and the nipples.
Remember, we see what all the plants do. Remember the plants explode and they come out and they eat Dairy Queen. They eat the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, on the planet.
I didn't notice this until later though. That there's a minivan running away from trying to drive away from the deal.
Yeah.
It's Quill's grandfather from the first movie.
Really?
He's in the van trying to get away.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yes. Hey, you did notice Howard the Duck was in this movie. Right?
Yes. It was with the Ravengers scene. Yes. Yeah. Howard the Duck was there.
Yeah. But yeah, they're trying to get away. But the thing is, I point out the growth because it showed it on the planet with the Nova Corps.
Yeah.
It was pretty big on some of these planets. I'm thinking, how did the Avengers not notice this?
So maybe it didn't happen. Well, there's got to be something that happened on Earth, right? That was a scene with that town. Like you said,
yeah, I mean, was the Shield still around? Who was around? I mean, did this happen in that town? I mean, come on, this is a big deal.
Maybe it just happened in that Missouri, the little town in Missouri.
Well, I'm sure. I'm thinking it did. But
yeah.
I'm still thinking that's a pretty big event.
It is. They never talked about it. Maybe not yet.
Maybe not yet. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is before all the other crap happens on Earth.
Right.
But this is after what? After the Battle of New York.
After the Battle of New York, before Civil War.
Oh, this is several years. Yeah, this is around that time, I think.
Like Age of Ultron time, probably.
2 years before. This is 2 years before. Yeah, I'm like, the Avengers would have noticed. The Avengers would have been together. I'm like, what kind of crap is this?
Oh, but then it stopped, so they didn't worry about it. That's the thing.
Oh, but you want to know where that came from?
Yeah, they probably studied it.
Oh my, because it could happen again. What if it starts growing again? Because it grew and then it stopped. Oh well, I'm just saying there's a storyline there that.
So that's the plot hole you pointing out to me.
Yeah, it's a plot hole. That's an actual plot hole. It's not
But
like the plot hole
but
that
during that
everybody
scene,
else
right,
was
they
going
show
on.
a lot of alien planets though. Was there any like relevance to you that you seen that you caught?
No, not yet. I mean, because they also showed a lot of alien planets when, or they're supposed to be showed alien planets when they do their jump, their space jump.
Mm-hmm.
They go through several sources,
Oh
but a lot
yeah,
of
that's
those,
right.
but there's a lot of those were Kree space. Of course, we get to see the Watchers just for that one part.
Yo,
But
for that Stanley part.
well, it's also yeah, we get to see Stanley. Plus, we get to see the Watchers.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know who the Watchers are. So.
No, they
Well,
overlook
yeah,
everything.
if you're a Marvel guy, you should know who the Watchers
I
are.
have the comic book cards, of course I do.
Yeah. So we know who the Watcher is. So we guess because I mean, eventually we're going to see the Watcher. I'm pretty sure because I think that's his voice. If you saw the trailer or the teaser for What If,
Oh yeah, the
I
cartoon
even
series.
think it
Yeah.
shows a glimpse of him when he's telling the story.
I gotta watch that again then,
Yeah,
cause
watch-
Loki comes out next Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes also, so I can't wait. And you know what? Before you know it, Black Widow comes out next month.
yeah, Black Widow here.
A month.
But I guess we're beating around. We should just get back to the
That's
one of
right.
the hardest scenes in
Subject
the
at hand.
yeah, one of the hardest scenes in the movie. It's a tearjerker in a way. It could
So yeah, it is a huge tearjerker because he kills his father and his daddy at this is in the same moment.
Well, this is because we need to get to the scene where you're talking about the line.
Yes.
He goes, he may have been your, what did he say?
He may be your father, but he ain't
but
your
he wasn't
daddy.
your daddy.
Yeah.
And of course, doesn't it have a flashback? When was the flashback? Because it shows a flashback of
The
Yondu.
Yandu are teaching him how to shoot.
Yeah,
Like a
showing
young
him-
Quill, yeah. Show him how to do stuff.
and all this stuff. Of course, we also get that earlier in the movie where he says, "You always threaten to eat me."
That was just funny. That's not funny to me.
What's the point to a young boy?
It is very funny. I thought it was funny in the first one.
Yeah.
That these boys trying to eat you. They never
Yeah.
tasted Terran before.
Yeah, they don't taste there. But in a way, I guess you can say a lot of the things came back to bite Yondu, in a way, but then he made up for it.
He made up for it because
Yeah, because
Rocket sent
that's
the
what-
signal
that's
to
what-
all the other ones.
Yeah, well, we see Yondu die. Of course, Quill's he sacrificed himself to save Quill.
Yep.
That was the point. He did it for all the crap that he did. He saved Quill.
He saved Quill, and also he saved something that Quill would love, that Microsoft Zune. We gotta talk about
Well,
that.
Yeah, he had that sitting around. That was like one of those Christmas presents. You don't see your family.
They
involved.
sit around, Joe,
You always
the
give
right
them-
time.
Yeah, like February or something.
Like, oh yeah, I got you a gift. Hold on, let me find it.
Let me find it. Oh, by the way, I hope you. And then on the opening, it's kind of out of date sometimes.
I thought it was so funny when they point out the Microsoft Zoom.
Exactly. It's like that Nintendo cartridge that somebody gives you in year 2000. It's like, now I gotta find a Nintendo.
Yes, it's like 300, 300 songs or something.
I like it. The best thing it says is, everybody on Earth's listening to one.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, come on. iPod was not that popular at all.
no, I forgot about those things. You know, my first
Yeah.
MP3 player was made by Creative Labs. Remember that company?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
They make a sound cards for computers a long
I
time
know
ago.
it. Yes, that's where I heard it.
Yep.
Sound calls, Creative Labs. Yeah, I don't remember their MP3.
Yeah, they had an 80 gig drive, so
Oh,
I bought that. It was
the only
super
thing
old.
it's probably expensive too.
Yeah, it's super
I just
on
remember
my.
I just remember when Apple stuff came out.
Yep.
Yeah, I do remember the Zoom. People keep pushing it, but I'm like, Microsoft is trying to compete. They're too late.
Yeah.
They're too late.
Microsoft.
I didn't have a
Zoom.
Zoom. I remember Zoom though. They offered a program because I got that phone. I had the phone I got was a Walkman. I got a Walkman phone. Sony phones.
Yeah, Sony Ericsson. I
Sony
remember.
Ericsson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was actually a Walkman phone. I
Yeah.
remember it had a Zoom program on it.
Oh,
I thought it was awesome.
it's super
But,
awesome. Do you still have that
course.
phone?
Oh, yes, I do. I think the phone's awesome. Even though when the phone came out, came out just at the wrong time. Because the phone would have been cool if it came out earlier.
Yeah.
But by the time the phone come out, I'm like, oh, I got this awesome I got this MP3 player. It's a Walkman, and you come up, hey, look, I got the Apple. I'm like, oh.
What a
crap,
butthole,
man.
right? Hold on. It's so funny. I still have these phones. Oh, not this one. The old iPhones, I still got them.
Of course you do. I mean, come on, dude. Hey.
Look. But you're still using that one though. Look, the
Yeah,
first
well,
one.
shows you where I'm at.
The first iPhone.
You know, I got to get a new one because this is the third one.
I still you have well, I think I have the 3G or 3GS. I can't remember, but it's the same phone you got. And
Yeah,
then the 4 and the 5.
I'm gonna have to modernize. But nothing awesome has come out. You know how you always got the phones always to sell them. There was always something awesome, like the Walkman. Like the Walkman was to sell it. It was
Yeah, that's
awesome.
right. Mm-hmm.
And then of course the Apple comes out. Oh yeah. And then they make a bigger screen. Yeah. Now it's like everything's the same. It's been the same for several years. I'm like,
Well, they tried the wireless charging technology.
yeah. Well, they also did the phone with what was it? The Motorola with the camera on it.
I can't
Remember that one? They had some kind of weird commercial and they always said this phone.
Oh,
And then,
you
of
said
course,
like
the race-
28 megapixels or something, and I was like, that's too much megapixels for a phone. I remember that commercial.
Yeah, but somebody told me it sucked, so I didn't get one.
Yeah, no
And
one
then, of
talked
course,
about that.
They came out with the Razor again with the bendable screen.
Yeah.
What happened to that technology? I'm still waiting for the phone that like Stark has.
Oh, that little hologram thing that comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the one that's in my skin. I want the phone that's in my hand.
Like from the new Total Recall. Like
Exactly. So I could touch glass and tables and stuff. Man,
But they talk like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to have you call me though, just so I could use it in front of people.
Okay,
So
so
I need you to call me in 10 minutes. I'm gonna be around people.
let's talk about the end of the movie. So they die. They do the funeral. The Ravagers showed up
Yes.
to do
which is awesome.
the fireworks, I guess.
Yeah, well, they do. Well, remember, because early in the movie, they told him that he'll never get a Ravager funeral or anything, honors and all that stuff.
Because they didn't know
Yeah, and the Rocket is the one
that let's send out the tell everybody.
So of course they burn his body, they shoot it out, and they have a giant show. And of course, that's when Pete sits down with Baby Groot and plays the music to it.
Yes. Yeah, the Zune, the play from the Zune, yeah.
Oh,
And there was a confusion, like, cause Kraglin calls Peter Captain.
Yeah, he does call him Cap.
He calls him Captain because he assumed that Quill was gonna take over like the Ravengers, like over Yondu's group, right?
Well, no, because you know why?
Or just call him Captain because.
Well, because I'm just because I guess he was just respect.
Respect.
He's not gonna take over the Ravage group because
No, because he's after his own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one Ravager left in his group now.
And he gave him the arrow.
Yes, he did. He gave him the arrow, and that's a good scene because remember when he's trying to practice, he puts the thing on his head, he's whistling.
Yeah, and then he stabs Drax.
Oh! And of course, he just runs off.
He's whistling, he walks off. That was actually the scene right before the credits came on.
Yes.
But I count that right before like the credits came on because then it was Sylvester Stallone talking to the Ravager about let's do some shit. That's so funny. I know I try to keep these podcasts PG-13, right? So I said that for still PG-13. But you're right. I would want to see the movie just about the Ravagers, right?
We don't want to see it. We don't want to see an '80s PG-13 movie.
No. And then what's the other scene? That Groot is already a teenager.
Well, yeah, the later scene shows him. Yeah, where he walks in the room.
He plays with that arcade game or like little handheld game.
Yeah, he's playing that arcade game. All you have to do is, what do you tell him? You need to clean up your room.
Yes, this is disgusting. Yeah. Oh, I'm not boring.
Watch your mouth, mister. Let's pick up all these twigs and roots and stuff.
Oh.
What was the other cutscenes? I mean, because there was a lot of
since
them.
I'm talking about the game, right? I want to talk to you about the device in the beginning of the movie. Did you recognize what that was?
Yes, there was the football. They came out when I was really young.
Yeah.
But I remember people having them.
What is that?
Almost like it was a handheld arcade. It was a football game.
Oh. Oh.
Because you see how it's round?
Yeah.
It's round like that. It's like the stadium. It's like a stadium. And then in the middle was the screen, and it had little dots, and you how you play football.
So I recognize a game of some kind, right? But he's using
When
it
I
as
say
some kind of
football, I'm
radar.
talking about American
Yeah,
football.
American football, yes.
The only kind of football there is.
Oh.
Yeah, because you know I love football.
I know, that's why it's so funny. Shane doesn't like sports.
I hate sports. I detest sports. And like I say, if you're going to play a sport, play the sport. Don't put it on video. Oh my God. You're a loser if you play football.
So why was Quill using that? Did they modify it to use it as like some kind of radar?
Oh, he's playing a game.
Oh, he was playing the game.
He was actually playing the game. Because I mean the sound effects was the game. I think they modified it a little bit, but no, he was playing the game. It was the sound effects.
Oh,
the game.
okay.
He was just standing there wasting time. I mean, it's probably something he had in his backpack when he got picked up by the Ravagers. He kept it for those.
So
I'm sure they're
teenage Groot was probably playing something that he had also.
Yes, he was sitting there playing because I think those things came out in 1977.
Yeah, early 80s. I know what he was. I know. I've seen those devices before.
I know they came out before the 80s because I mean, but I've seen people have them.
Yeah,
and I think they made other sports. I think they redid them, made other sports. You got one?
No, I seen it at the Frisco Video Game Museum.
Okay,
yeah. He's probably late 70s.
People have them. I almost like to think some of my older cousins had them because I know I've seen it before. I never played it, but I remember seeing it because I mean the only thing I was interested in was I meant the Atari.
The Atari.
I was like, I don't play a little handheld game. I don't play the Atari, dude.
They probably use like 8 batteries now.
Yeah, who knows what it used.
I still have the old first generation Game Boy, man, that uses 4 AA batteries.
Ooh, that's not very many batteries still. Like what was that? What came out? Because I remember the Game Boy came out, and everybody's like, then the Genesis. What was that? The handheld
Game Gear. The Sega Game Gear.
Was it? Oh, Sega Game Gear. Yeah,
it
came out
used
like
6 batteries because it's color.
They don't care. Yeah, it was color. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was awesome. I was like, on a Game Boy. I'm like, this is what Nintendo does.
I have both of them in this room right now: the Game Gear and the Game Boy.
Yeah, well, you also got Mega Man, so so it's not like your bag's really holding any weight. I mean, you got an arcade sitting behind you, and I see a bunch of Nintendo games. So I'm thinking you probably got everything made in there.
But not everything.
He was like, "Yeah, I got this." I'm like, well, "Of course you do, because I could see all that crap in your room."
Well, I can't put everything behind me. I still have my Panasonic 3DO.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yep. I don't know if it works though. I can't find a controller. I can't find a game.
All right, get on eBay. Come on.
Those are expensive.
Get this thing going. Let's get this thing rolling.
All right, so another credit scene was Stanley talking to the Watchers. He was like, they're leaving him, and he's like, "Hey, who's gonna give me a ride home?"
But he gets home because we see him more in some more movies.
You know what? Is that the same Stanley that's in Thor Ragnarok later, or they just a cameo, right?
I don't know.
Remember, he cuts Thor's hair.
It's just cameo.
Yeah, it's
but I'm
just
sure
cameo,
it's the same one. I mean, it's
I
the
thought
same
it was funny.
Well, basically, like they're saying that cameo that's supposed to be Stanley, and that's supposed to be the Stanley we see in all the Marvel.
Yeah, it's Stanley on all of them. Yes. He's
So-
either playing an actor and just telling the Watchers.
Maybe it's his astral form that we see. I don't know.
Is he the only person that gets to see the Watchers? Because not a lot of beings get to talk to the
Basically,
Watchers,
I guess
right?
we could say he's kind of like, not very many people see the Watchers either.
Yeah.
But come on,
They don't
Stanley.
interfere with other lives, like kind of like the Eternal. They don't interfere with
but he's
beings.
Stanley, he is the creator of the universe.
So he gets to
basically,
talk to them.
He gets to talk to him. He gets to do anything he wants. He's Stan Lee. I mean, he is kind of like the Deadpool at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he can break the fourth wall if he wants to.
Break the fourth wall, yes. He can do whatever he wants. I totally am okay with anything.
He is the only character in the Marvel universe that's aware that he is in a movie,
Yes.
and it's not real.
Then we go to the scene with the creation of Adam.
Yes, we get to see the end where everybody, because the Sovereigns, they're obsessed. Well, I guess you can't, because basically all they want to do is like teach somebody a lesson.
Yep. I thought they wanted closure.
Well, they got to teach somebody a lesson. They're obsessed with teaching somebody a lesson.
Yes.
I mean, you
Getting the
think
job
after
done.
busting all their video games, they would be done, but I guess there's no limit to how many drones they have. I guess there's a higher council because remember when the lady comes to her, she goes, so I guess they're going to
Oh,
talk
that's
about
right.
using all the resources.
Yeah.
But I mean, she is obsessed. So she's got this casket with, or what do you call it?
The
Some kind
Egyptian casket, right? Like
yeah,
it,
they got something with Adam
yes.
in it.
So we forgot to talk about the part when the Sullivans went up to Yandu.
Oh
Remember they
yeah,
were
with a,
rolling the carpet and then he
a
got
blue carpet, a blue carpet. Of course, you know how they're walking. She walks just really slow, and of course it gets stuck.
he
And
gets
Yandu's
stuck,
thinking,
and then all these
Yandu's,
people are just watching them.
yeah, no, Yandu's thinking, what is this? How would you take somebody that's how you can't even take somebody serious? It's like, hey, I want to pay you some money. You to go find somebody. I'll be like, yeah, I'll take your money, and I'm not gonna find this person
Yeah.
because you're stupid. You walked on blue carpet and snow.
I thought that was so weird and so funny.
It's,
Everything
it's
about this movie is great.
oh,
It's
everything
so
is about
dumb. Like I want to get to the part where like, we didn't talk about on any of the episodes where I talked to you privately about is because the firing of James Gunn, and that's why they didn't do the Adams Warlock story in this rest of the Phase 3.
well, we don't know that now. I mean, because we're gonna get paid. We're gonna get yeah, maybe. I guess it did put a it threw a wrench in the gear because of something somebody said a long time ago. So I guess we got to
10
punish
years
him.
ago. Well,
Yeah, so we're gonna punish him for something he said 10 years ago. I'm like, if you're gonna punish him for something 10 years ago, you might want to build a time machine because he's not gonna learn anything now. Because I mean, people grow up, people
people
move on,
change, yeah.
people change. I mean, events. I mean, there's been like a whole bunch of events that's happened in the 10 years, and I mean, of course, the only thing that stood up, Drax stood up. The character, well, I shouldn't say Drax. The actor that played Drax stood
Hmm.
up for him. Said,
Yeah.
"Hey, if this guy goes, I go."
Yep.
Like, whereas Disney's like, "Hey, we can't do that. We come on, Gunn, come on back."
Shoot.
I'm like, what? I mean, that's crappy.
It is, right? Like you
Disney,
didn't
but that's the
find out
thing.
before they even shot the first one.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, should Disney be punishing people for things they say? Because we already know that they fired Carla Dune too.
Yeah,
I
it's really
mean, and
tough,
here's the
right?
thing. I don't listen to any crap they say because I mean they're actors.
Yeah, I don't care about what they say.
I
Like I
mean,
don't care
the
about their
only time I
opinions,
listen to
right?
anything they're saying if it's in a movie
It's,
sanctioned by the company they're working for. I mean, in the real world, I don't even like the real world. Why would I give a crap what they got to say in the real world? I mean, come on, fantasy in science fiction where it's all at. I mean,
yeah.
now if they say some crap like that in the movie, I would be upset.
Hey, so it's funny when you say that, right? So I'm really into Chris Pratt. I like it when he's with Anna Faris. I didn't like it when he left Anna Faris, but then he became the son-in-law for Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it became better for me in a way, like Chris Pratt's life.
Okay, well, I'm happy. I'm sure.
I am very happy he's
I'm
staying.
sure he. I'm sure he approves that you approve. I mean, and he's been getting. What did you think about all the crap that he got on the internet? Because he got a lot of crap too. Remember, everybody's like the worst Chris, calling him the worst Chris,
Of the
and
three.
judging him over his beliefs and so forth. Even though nobody actually even really knows the guy,
Yeah, you know what?
everybody's.
Actually, I have no idea what his beliefs are. Can you fill me in?
I actually don't really know his beliefs are, but they
Oh,
told him that he. I think he goes to a church that doesn't believe in gay rights and all that.
oh.
So everybody's upset about that. I'm like,
I know that him and Anna Faris prayed a lot because their son was premature born, I believe.
yeah,
Jack,
I don't
yeah.
know. I mean, if you're gonna call somebody a bigot, you better not be a bigot.
That's the irony, isn't it?
Isn't that irony? They're like, this guy hates gay people. We're gonna hate him.
you know, um, so I'm not Texan, right? So I still like Whataburger, but the other thing,
Yeah,
like, what
technically,
you know
I
what's
think
really
you live
funny?
here long enough. You can be. You ain't got
So
water, you'll be Texan.
I really don't like. I don't like Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you don't like Chick-fil-A?
It's because
I'm
they
getting
don't
tired of
open on
Chick-fil-A because they eat the
Sunday.
crap out of it.
Okay, so I don't prefer Chick-fil-A, okay? Because white meat for me is really dry for my mouth, and so I don't Chick-fil-A, right? And Heather loves Chick-fil-A, so as you
Yeah,
knows this, like I try to bring Chick-fil-A down every time, even though they have the best drive-through system.
They do have the best
Because
drive-through.
now we're talking about police, right?
When you go to Whataburger, you park wherever, and you hope you get your food.
Yeah. So Chick-fil-A also doesn't stand for gay rights, because the religious thing, right? Because we're talking about police and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they got. I mean, they have the weirdest system.
I try to explain in this stupid reason, like, hey, everybody who supports Chick-fil-A, right, doesn't support gay marriage either. Because Heather eats a lot. Heather loves Chick-fil-A, so you're trying to get the boys to like Chick-fil-A. I try to get my boys to like Golden Chick.
Oh my God, you're depriving your kids.
Hey, Golden Chick is the way to be, all right? I love their gravy.
Oh no. If you like diarrhea.
Oh no, I never have a problem. Golden Chick is great. They have free ice cream at this place.
Wait, ice cream? I like ice cream.
You didn't know they give you free ice cream?
Well, I don't go to Golden Chick.
Oh, I go to
Golden
Chick.
Golden Chick once. I didn't like it. Wasn't that great?
Oh, Golden Chick is great. Their gravy alone is great. Even if the gravy, the chicken is great.
Hey, I'll take your word for it, okay?
Yeah, it's great, man.
I'm over here eating my Chick-fil-A. I'll take your word for it. Actually, I just go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and get their sandwich.
KFC is good too. It used to be Popeyes. Like it used to be like Popeyes Golden Chicken, but like
there's not Popeyes. There's not Popeyes.
Oh, there's not Popeyes there.
I know, it's horrible, dude.
But I can't really eat spicy, so like when I just eat the regular stuff, it's not as good, right? So I'm like,
next time
KFC.
Spicy, I'll text you and tell you how great it is.
You should. I watch everybody eating it except for me. Like, oh man, I miss spicy.
You're like, and then I'm gonna eat this ice cream because it's so spicy.
I miss jalapenos.
I don't. What's that?
Jalapenos.
Oh God, I forgot.
Jalapenos.
I'm from Texas, but you don't know how to pronounce jalapenos.
All right, man. So this wraps it up for our Guardians of this Galaxy Volume 2.
I don't know. Have we named enough food restaurants?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, by the way, none of these people are our sponsors. There's just crap that we like to eat.
This is crap that I like to eat on not a daily basis, like once in a while.
I kind of eat it daily. Well, I work. I got to go eat somewhere. I mean, every day. I mean, I'm like, if you can invent some more restaurants, because I mean, I work 5 days a week, so I need 5 restaurants.
So for people who listen to the audio portion of this podcast, Shane lives in a very small town in West Texas. They're very proud.
But I work in a bigger town that has food.
He lives in a bigger town. From where he's from, there's no fast food.
Exactly. We used to have a Dairy Queen, but then a giant plant ate it.
What? What does that mean?
Oh no! It actually just went out of business.
Oh, it just went out of business.
But the dairy. It sounds better if a plant ate it because
it sounds cooler.
It sounds cooler because I mean, Peter Quill's Dairy Queen got eaten by a plant.
Shane had to drive an hour just to go to a McDonald's, right? Or any fast food place.
Basically any fast food.
You know what's really funny? I was I wanna.
If it makes you happy, we got Chinese.
Oh, that's good. So the Chinese people are everywhere. That's what my dad tells me because I'm Chinese. This actually have Disney related. So I have Disney Plus, and I actually watched that movie Cruella.
Okay.
So it came out I think Memorial Day weekend, right? But then it's not available for everybody. So what Disney's trying to do is like they're trying to do the premium access. You have to pay $30 if you want to watch it on day one. After 90 days on August 27, it's free for everyone who has Disney Plus. I'm like, okay. So I paid for it because me and Heather figure like, okay, we want to see this movie, right? It's $30 though. But then let's just say we go outside, $12 a ticket. That's only $24. But then with 30, I get to watch it at home. My profile, like you, my sister, my kids, gets also to watch it, right? And that's $30, and I could watch it at home without my pants on. That's the dream. I mean, I could do it at the theater now, but I have to rent out the whole theater just to take off my pants in those chairs. Okay, I'm not about.
You don't really have to, but it would be kind of. Somebody would probably tell you to leave.
I can only do it for that one time.
And the cops may be waiting for you outside.
So my thing is like when Black Widow comes out, right? I'm like me and Heather, like we're gonna see that at the theater.
Without your pants on, it's just wrong.
Well, my deal was like to watch it in the theater, right? And I'm still going to pay for $30 so I could watch it at home without my pants on. That's exactly what I told Heather. And also because I want you to watch it so we could talk about it like a month later. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could watch it because like no, what we figured out is funny is like I was talking to Heather just either this morning or last night, right? Like so you don't have a theater around you in your town, right? You have to go to the city. Oh,
Yeah, I have to drive an hour.
so you had to drive an hour. So I told
I have
Heather
to
like,
drive an hour to go to work, so I guess it's not really a big deal.
so you had to drive an hour and an hour home. That's 2 hours, right? Can you imagine? Black Widow is like an hour and 50 minutes, right? The amount of time you drive to see a movie is shorter than the movie. Let's just say it's 2 hours and 15. Like, dude, what the hell's going on? So like, I'm paying for that premiere access, so all of us in our profile can watch it.
Cool. Cool.
So you better watch it.
I'm glad Disney is listening to this.
You should know when Disney's not listening to us. It's just people who are just like us who can't afford everything in life. Who is not sharing a Netflix account? Who's not sharing a Disney account?
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not sharing a Hulu account.
Who's not sharing what is it? Paramount Plus. Oh, we're not.
Who has Paramount Plus? Who is paying for this?
I don't know. I don't have one. But hey.
But they're trying to push Paramount Plus though with that Mark Wahlberg movie.
No, I'm just asking if they'll give it to me for free.
Oh. Isn't Paramount part of Disney? No, right?
No.
No, I'm thinking of something else. What is that movie that? Who's that company that produced or that distribute Armageddon?
Armageddon?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's such an old movie. Who would know?
Oh, okay, because it's one of the company that Disney own. But you know
Fox.
what? Is what?
Wasn't it Fox?
No, it's not Fox.
Hollywood Pictures?
Oh, I can't remember. You know what? Before we go, I need to find out now.
Well, Transformers is Paramount.
Yeah, Transformers Paramount.
Yeah, Joe is Paramount. Star Trek's Paramount. I already said that.
Yeah. Firecom. Dude, who produced?
Oh, that's Paramount. Why?
No. I mean, I was just pointing out.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was Viacom.
See, produced by Buckheimer. Who is he usually with?
Whoever gives him the most money.
Oh, Touchstone Pictures. Bautista. Bautista is Disney. No, it's
Sony.
Distributed by Bautista.
Yeah, you're right. It's Bautista. Okay,
yeah, Bautista is Disney.
Of course, it's Disney.
Everything is
come
Disney.
On. Who else would put out a Brookheimer movie? Oh, Paramount.
Yep. All right, and with that note, we end it for this one. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.